Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Hedera hash graph, or Hbar if you will. Now I do want to talk to you guys about a few things that are unfolding, a little bit of speculation as well in regards to some Cbdc talk, and a few other things in regards to, comparing it to some other assets. So, a lot of people have been looking at like Solana, right? And they're like, it's up 10,000, almost, 11,000% on the year to date. Why can't Hbar do something similar to it, especially considering the fact that it is, much better technology and so forth like that. And I always say, don't try to compare assets to one another in regards to fundamentals and percentage moves, because it always doesn't accommodate for the fact that one asset could do the same percentage run as another one. And I always base this on the idea of just knowing the overall base point behind your project, like knowing the technology that is driving the success model on something like Hbar. That is going to tell you the real value behind it. Like right now, me personally, I could easily see Hbar at a $1 trillion market cap just because of the overall, technology and fundamentals behind their mission statements and goals. Now, will we get to a $1 trillion market overnight or tomorrow or this year? It's unlikely, right? But it doesn't mean that it can't happen, and it doesn't mean that, I'm going to wait around for it to happen either. I'm going to be selling near the topping point during this bull market and rebuying the dip when we do see it. But, like I said, I've always said this to everyone who is looking to do the same thing. Yeah, sure, you might get priced out and you might have to just miss the boat. Hbar, I will always hold a small percentage amount even after taking my profits and so forth, and I will always reinvest it into it on any dips that we get, because Hbar in my mind is the future. Now I know what a lot of people are going to say, well, if it's the future, why are you selling it? Why are you rebuying it? Because that is how these markets work. It's not an up only game. It's never been an up only game. In fact, I could show you on XRP why it works out to be the idea on buying and selling and rebuying the dip. So here we go. We top out at $3.40 on the coin market cap chart. And during our bear market, the lowest that we went down to was around 15 cents, 14 cents, and so forth. So that is a massive capitalization, and look at where we are again at $1.09. We almost hit $2 plus this bull run, and a lot of people are projecting $10 plus this bull run, like myself. So, buying, selling, and rebuying the dip is the perfect way to play these. And I know what a lot of people are saying, well, Hbar is going to continue to move throughout 2022. It's just going to continue. No, that's not the point. But I will say this. I will capitalize greatly on rebuying Hbar because I see it, like I said, at a $1 trillion market cap at some point in the future. It could happen, in 2 years. It could happen in 3. It could happen, next year. But it doesn't matter. I will be holding a large amount at that pinpoint because I do believe in this project fully, and I do believe in the success model behind it. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about some moves that we are seeing in this market. In fact, a lot of those nice, juicy, buys that we've been talking about for a fairly long time are pumping extremely good right now. LRC up 42.82% on the 24-hour, on the 7-day up 92.8%. Holo or HOT is up 22.43%, up 35.74%. XDC was on the move today as well, and a few other assets as well. So, when we're talking about some altcoins, some of them are pretty much decoupling away from Bitcoin. In fact, we actually seen Mana. I don't know if Mana is going to be. It honestly should have been up here because it did make some great moves. I don't know, maybe on the 7-day span. So let's check out the 7-day span in terms of percentages. So there it is, right? Second one, up 244.86% on the 7-day span. I've talked about Mana a lot in the past. I think that this is an incredible, asset, especially in the, NFT space for gaming. But this is what I'm talking about in terms of Hbar, right? We've talked about Hbar for a very long time on this channel, and a lot of people are growing impatient waiting for this to really kind of jump out. But let's go back to the year chart, right? Here is around the pinpoint where Hbar was around its pinnacle of success during that, March, April time base point. And, Mana was at about $1.60 here. Then it dropped and consolidated since May, and it had its massive waking points on the 26th all the way to the 29th, topping out at about $3.50 plus, which is crazy to say the least. This has made incredible gains for anybody who has been holding this off of my, insights on it. Great for you. This is an incredible asset, but this is what I'm talking about in terms of a lot of these assets. They trade sideways until they get this massive breakout point. In fact, when we're talking about a lot of the charts we do see here, BAT did that same exact move. Mana. Again, when I'm talking about what's happening throughout this market, this is the plays that we're seeing. And of course, we talk about Shiba Inu doing that same move. And here's Hbar. Okay, when we're talking about Hbar doing this, it's in this massive consolidation point, getting ready for that major breakout event. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about what's happening right now with CBDC. So first off, we've talked about, the sand dollar in the Bahamas. In fact, the sand dollar in Bahamas is being built by MTech. I think it's already live, actually, which we're going to be talking about. So when we're talking about Hbar with connections to the Bahamas, we already know that that's there. Now we also see here, Nigeria launched digital currency Hedera. Africa's biggest economy joined the Bahamas, the first country to launch a general-purpose central bank digital currency. This is not Ripple. Of course it's not, right? The best part about this is when we go over to MTech's website, you guys already know that they are fully partnered with Hbar, but what they are building is the modern central banking scene. But the best part about this is if we come down here, first off, you see here, there is a clear need and demand for modern payment infrastructure across the Africa and Caribbean regions. All right, pretty cool, whatever. But when we come down here, Central Bank of the Bahamas, cross-border payments with CBDC, digital currencies, and traditional payment channels. Now, this is already confirmed. The sand dollar. It's already confirmed. It's confirmed. It's already working and all that kind of stuff. Now, we already know that they are also in the Bahamas twice. They already have the Central Bank of the Bahamas, which is the CBDC for the Bahamas, but we also see Omni Financial Bahamas, payment and treasury management for cross-border payments with CBDC, digital currencies, and traditional payment channels. Now, like I said, they are partnered with Hedera Hashgraph. I've gone over this multiple times within Project New Dawn, and now we see this. This is essentially confirmation that this is all working with a lot of these projects. Hedera Hashgraph is stretching beyond the means of what everybody is expecting it to become. In fact, it has surprised me quite a bit this year already in terms of the innovation. Not in terms of PA, which don't get me wrong, we will get to this point where we do see this massive breaking point on Hbar, and I'm very excited for that time, and a lot of you are probably excited for that time as well since we've been holding it forever, but there's a lot of things happening. First off, check out this from, this is the NFT-based VXS, or I don't even know, Access. It's essentially Access, right? So when we're talking about this, excited to announce our new metaverse partner, West Coast Customs. Official West Coast Customs is dropping an NFT collection at SEMA 2021 in Las Vegas next week on Tuesday. Physical plus digital collections or collectibles based on a $1 million Porsche RSR. This is huge. We are going to make it. I don't think people understand how cool this actually is, because this is huge. First off, one, because West Coast Customs, 291.8K followers. This is a huge market that we're jumping into as well, with huge names behind it. I've always said that NFTs are going to be destined for Hbar. Why? Well, because of the low-cost fees. We have to get away from gas fees. In fact, a lot of people are comparing Solana to us, right? Exactly 1 year ago today, Solana was $1.79. And y'all don't think Hbar can do something similar with better tech and partners. Now, like I said, when we're talking about what Hbar is doing, we go back to what Solana did. Now, Solana's main focus point in terms of their price movement was the NFT scene. I've discussed this. I've talked about it. I think that their NFT ecosystem is fairly big, and I think that it's great. But we also know that it has experienced some turbulence over the past couple weeks. The best part about this is the fact that Solana is still climbing in price action. And when we're talking about the NFT space, I think Hedera is destined to kill it. This is going to be massive for us, and I think that this is only the beginning. I think that there's going to be a lot, more names to grow on this ecosystem. And when we're talking about killing, Ethereum within the NFT space, becoming the big name for NFTs, I think that is destined for us. I think at some point in time, we get to the point where people no longer look at Ethereum as the big show for NFTs, and they more so look at Hbar for NFTs. And the reason why is, first off, They are doing incredible things in the NFT sector, following along the lines of the healthcare scene. We also talk about, the government, scene in terms of private data and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of use cases behind the NFT scene that a lot of people aren't realizing. They're just more so looking at it as, yeah, it's just JPEGs that are overpriced, blah, 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 whatever. But that's not it. There's actually a lot more to it. Now, we also see here, Ethereum now costs more than 5 cents per transaction. Nothing you could do. It's operator greed and people willing to pay miner money, grab racket, right? You think they can't fix it? Others already have Hbar, XRP, ADA, DOT, etc. This is why Ethereum will fail to, or fail continuously. Greed will be followed by too little too late. Now, listen closely to this video.
Right now, a Bitcoin transaction costs 5 cents, which is fine right now because PayPal's fees are even stupider. But,
kind of expensive, right?
The internet of money should not cost 5 cents a transaction. It's kind of absurd.
The internet of money should not cost 5 cents per transaction. Well, then why does it cost over $100 to mint an NFT? Why does it cost over $100 plus to transact with Ethereum? Why does it cost $100 plus to even move Ethereum? 5 cents per transaction on Ethereum is terrible in its own, but now at $50 to $100 plus, that's a problem. Okay, and this is going to continue to rise as it is utilized more and more. This is why NFTs are not the base point for Ethereum. I always say, when we're talking about Hedera, when we're talking about what they are doing within the payment scene, in the transactional scene as well, the massive amount of transaction growth that they've had already this year, almost hitting 1.8 billion transactions already, and we look at the overall use case value behind them because of their efficiency standpoint, this is the gist of it, right? Average fee, $19.55 for Ethereum, $22.57 for Bitcoin. And people are trying to put these two on a pedestal in the fact that, yeah, they're going to be utilized in massive financial markets. Absolutely no way am I seeing that. Hbar at a fraction of a cent? Yeah, that sounds more like it. I'd much rather pay a fraction of a cent than $19.55 to mint an NFT, to purchase an NFT, to move an NFT. Even in the idea of transacting on Uniswap, like, yes, I use Uniswap on a day-to-day basis because you get into very low cap gems, but there's a big issue there when you go to buy $100 worth of something and it costs $300 in gas fees. That is an issue. And if people can't realize that big issue there, and they still think that Ethereum and Bitcoin are the future of this space, I think that they're extremely uninformed on assets like Hedera itself, and I think that their mindset is going to change astronomically in the next 5 to 10 years. So, with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night, wherever you guys are. Just beautiful with Nick. Peace out, guys.